Okay, welcome back everyone to another episode of Yoda's Hut. I'm Bill, I go by Yodaman on the boards. And once again, I'm joined for commentary on this game by Derek. Hey Derek, how's it going tonight?
Doing all right.
Alright, so we've got another game featuring decks built with desperate circumstances cards. These are decks suggested on the Yoda's Hut thread on Card Game DB. I'm on the right in this game playing a light side deck suggested by Royal Aegis from the board. It's got the Desperate Allies affiliation. And so I am using, in his deck, he's got 2 Desert Recruitment, 2 May the Force Be With You, 1 Watchers in the Wasteland, 2 Bait and Switch, 2 Asteroid Sanctuary, and 1 Along the Gamma Run. And Jerry is playing a dark side deck that was suggested by Mutter Vader, but he had to find a little variant because one of the sets he just couldn't seem to find that he had. He thought it must have been a deck, he couldn't figure out where it was. So I'm pretty sure his deck ended up being 2 Automated Assassin, 2 Behind the Black Sun, 2 Heart of Cold, 1 Rogue Archaeology, 2 Droid Revolution, and 1 Vader's Army. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing turns out because Jerry's deck actually has 8 Scum decks, but he has to play Scum because of Heart of Cold and only 2 Sith objectives. And I've got a 5-5 split with the one that I think lets you remove a focus token, the Desperate Allies. So it looks like Jerry is flipping up. He got Rogue Archaeology, Vader's Armory, and I can't tell what the Scum one is. Can you tell what the Scum one is?
Uh,
Is that Heart of Cold, maybe? I think it.
yeah, it's not. It's not the. I'm pretty sure it's not Vader's army.
Right.
So that would be the only other one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his is Heart of Cold at the top there, which is after you reveal one or more Scum fake cards in your edge stack, you can remove a damage from a target Scum objective, but he's only got one. And I flipped up Gamma Asteroid Sanctuary, and I believe that is Desperate Recruitment, the new Jedi set. So I was trying to get some of that.
I think so. Yeah.
And that one is reaction after you declare 2 units that do not share an affiliation as participating units, remove 1 damage from a target unit. So, all right, so it looks like Jerry's drawn up. He's ready to go here. So he was pretty lucky to flip both Sith objectives. Maybe one of those he had as a 2 of and something else was just a 1 of. Like he might have only had 1 Guri or something. Or maybe 1 Heart of Cold.
Yeah, it's awfully risky to run that kind of split when you can almost guarantee. I mean, it's the odds of you being locked out of a resource are really high, which means a chunk of your deck is unplayable.
Like I said, I know he had to tweak something at the end because the deck that Mutter Vader suggested had Droid's Task in it, the original IG-88, and he couldn't find a set. I offered to let him use mine, but he just said he'd tweak his deck. So I think he ended up using 2 of these Siths. One of those objectives that was Sith, he used 2 of, but I can't remember which one. And then he probably tweaked just has one of those Scum things there's only 1 of. So when he played Prized Possession, he actually got to put a shield on something, thanks to Rogue Archaeology. Now for 4, he is playing Dr. Aphra.
What's his ability?
Looks like I flipped into Gamma. I Gammered a Bamboozle. I just lost that. Yeah. Aphra, isn't it? You can focus her with 2 focus tokens to bring like a droid in from your discard pile. I think is what she does.
Okay.
Yeah.
You lost a bamboozle?
Yep. I flipped Well, I did Bamboozle.
The doctor
Gamma.
only has 2 pips.
Yeah.
So you should have been able to keep Force.
No, Bamboozle only has 1.
Oh, I thought it had 2.
No, it has 1. That'd be really good if it had 2. Yeah, so he did commit Aphra, so I lost the Bamboozle. There, got a Dagobah Training Grounds. Getting a resource, that's always good. And what am I playing? That looks like the Chud from the Desert Recruitment. Is that like a
I
Twi'lek or
do.
something?
I have no idea. I haven't tried that set
Yeah,
yet.
I think that's the Twi'lek Con Artist, which has reaction after the unit is declared as an attacker or defender. Remove a target participating out of faction enemy unit from the engagement.
So that means you can remove the doctor, right? Who
Well,
can't
it's
block them.
after that unit's declared. So Dice Abagon has that trick where you can make them declare defenders first. So I think that's why it's phrased the way it is. So if you're blocking, you can always push something out. If you're
Oh, okay.
attacking, you can push something out if you use the dice
Yeah.
reaction.
Yep.
Looks like I'm swinging.
Is the doctor elite?
No, that
Yeah.
is a
That.
big problem with her. She
Yeah.
really
That's
needs to be
why I
elite.
can. I can understand not blocking.
And I left 2 resources open, which to me seems like either I've got another bamboozle in my hand or I've got a Yoda. You see Yoda.
Yep. Yoda is what I was thinking.
All right, he is using Afra's ability to put in the assassin droid.
Hmm.
Now, I think what happens is during engagement, you focus or you can, with 2 tokens, put a droid unit as a participating unit. If it's still in play at the end of the engagement, it actually goes to the bottom of its owner's deck. So it doesn't go back to discard or your hand, but it does at least go back in your deck.
Right, but it keeps you from doing the same trick over and over again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because she's not elite. Of
Yeah.
course, if he was using the Scum one that lets you, Scum Sith thing that lets you remove a focus token, then that would be better. But that's not going to happen. There's Yoda. You see, go to the dial, go to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, there's good cards in this deck that Motivate or sorry, that Royal Aegis built on my side. I mean, it's got Yoda, it's got Falcon, it's got Gamer, it's got Obi-Wan. I mean,
Well, you
then
can
it's
slot
got the
those
2
cards
resets.
into any deck.
Right.
They're always going to be good.
So it's basically those 6 plus the new Jedi set, the Desert Recruitment, and the new Smuggler set, Bait and Switch.
Uh-huh.
So I guess Yoda's going to do some. Oh, I'm actually going to leave Yoda there. I just flipped into Obi-Wan. Oh my gosh. And committed
Okay.
Yoda. Now I'll go to 3, but that could be a problem for Jerry. Yeah, I didn't have May the Force, so I didn't want to send in Yoda, and I guess I could have got damage, but there wasn't reason to put another token on Afra because she's going to be locked down anyway.
I was going to say, do you have to double focus her to use her ability?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, which wouldn't be bad if she was elite, or if you're using the objectives that let you take an extra token off.
Well, again, the deck is... I don't know if Jerry's got 2 of her in there, but the deck is meant to have 1, so she's not the priority. She's not the focus of the deck.
Right. I think he ended up putting 2 of Vader's army in there.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. That's a pretty good pod.
Yeah, I just can't think of what he only had 1 of on the other hand of those Scum things. So I think I misspoke on the counts of each.
I'm surprised that Iggy B is not in there, is he?
Yeah, Iggy B's in there. That's where the prize possession came from.
Okay.
But I think that might only been 1 of them. Like, that's why I can't remember if that was the 1 other or if it was something else.
So does he have 2 of B, C, and D in there then?
I think he might have only had 1 of C, maybe, because it didn't have a resource. That's what I'm thinking he had.
See, C is the one that's dictating you to use the Scum
right
resource. If you only have 1 in there of him, I probably would have gone without, just so I could not be resource screwed and put something else.
Yeah. Like I said, I just honestly can't remember right now. I'm trying to
Yeah.
see if I can figure out what it was. Oh, it might have only been one of Guri.
Okay.
So, and there is, what is that, the B7 or Command? That's one of those droids, too. I think that's the one in the Heart of Cold set. The BX series droid commando. Or no, that is not that one. It's a different one. Which is that? What one
he's
is
got
that?
one. He's got one gun and 2 blasts, I
Yeah,
think.
what the heck is that droid? The FEX combat droid.
Too many damn letters and numbers. You can't
Yeah.
keep track of them.
So that's the one that after he's declared as an attacker or defender, opponent can focus his affiliation card to remove him from the engagement. But my affiliation card is focused. That's not happening. And he
The
got a
problem is all it
shield.
does is remove him from the engagement. That doesn't mean he can't
Right.
be in the next engagement, and you've only got one affiliation card.
Right.
So that's not much of a penalty.
Yeah, he got a shield from Rogue Archaeology because he played a non-Sith card.
Yep. But it shouldn't be too hard with this split. Can that only be triggered once per turn?
I think so. Most of those things usually are, yeah. So he's sending the droid in, and I'm going to block with Yoda. I'm hoping he doesn't have a couple heats here.
Yoda's going to eat him and then focus the Doctor again, and
Yeah.
then you're going to have a wide open board.
I'm a little surprised I blocked here. I must not have been thinking about potential tricks. I mean, he's got Guri.
Well, even Guri only has 2 guns, unless he's got the Vibro to go with her.
Yeah. Or a heat. Because there's heats in Vader's army.
Yeah.
Oh, I just twisted something. I think I twisted the Fate card away. The Scum Fate card.
Tricks and nonsense, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I pitched a Yoda. Oh, I overshot that edge battle. I won by 4, but I'm guessing here comes. Oh, threat removal.
Bye bye, Yoda.
Bounce Yoda back to my hand, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
That was annoying. So much for me teaming Obi-Wan and Yoda back up. And he's going to get 3 damage on Gamma. But I did win the edge battle, so I was going to try to draw a card there. Just trying to say that after you had that reaction for him bouncing Yoda. And I just slipped into a hired hands, and now my cat just came through.
There's a trespasser.
Yep, that's our baby cat.
Looks just like mine. I got 2. One of them's jet black, just like that one.
I was trying to get her away. She loves like plastic stuff, and so she sees these sleeves and she goes and tries to pick them up because they're plastic.
Did you remember to gammer? Because I know he's.
Yes, I did. I gammered into a hired hands.
Okay.
And now I'm playing the Cloud City guest quarters, and I have a feeling I'm going to play the hired hands and Yoda. And Yoda's now back in my hand. Oh no, there's another hired hands.
I foresee the board being locked down over there.
And there is Yoda. So 2 hired hands in Yoda is even better than 1. There goes a hired hands in after probably Heart of Cold.
Yeah, there's going to be a focus extra 1 on each guy, and Yoda's going to be committed again.
Yep. So I got 2 damage on the Heart of Cold. I'll probably go after Vader's army there. Yeah.
And you got a couple cards from Asteroid Sanctuary?
Yes, I did. And I know Obi-Wan's in my hand.
Yep. Yeah, I'm guessing he'll be out next turn, unless you draw something else useful.
Yeah. I don't think I guess I gambled too. And I still committed Yoda. I was going to go to 4.
I think you're still at 6 cards.
I might be. So Jerry's got 5 resources still, and His board's locked down. Yoda's a pretty decent blocker. He's got 4 guns now.
Yep.
But I probably want to make sure I keep balance here so the hired hands don't die.
Well, I can't imagine how you'd lose it.
I guess if he's got some couple chuds or something that one of them could force a focus, but...
Well, he's only got 5 resources, and Yoda's going to strike at one and tactics the other if you block with him.
Probably.
So he's going to need 3 guys to be able to take force and get, unless he's got some other trick to lock down Yoda.
Yeah, so he needs his cheap 1-cost droid from Iggy B's set. And then something that costs 3. That's what I would think. And I still have 5 resources that'll be open next turn, which is Obi-Wan territory.
Yep.
That's what happens when you play the good cards, Derek.
Yeah, sometimes you draw them.
Yep. When your deck's full of good cards, there's a good chance you'll draw something good. Probably the only better play would be to have Falcon and Falcon into Obi-Wan.
Yeah. I don't know what else Jerry can do here. He's got 5 resources, but he needs a decent unit here.
Yeah, he needs something like 000 that has the potential for 2 tactics.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really wanted to like Afra, but I think her ability with having to double focus hers, and she's not elite, is just a really steep cost.
Yeah, you gotta run that faction card, or you gotta run something like
Dark Trooper Project.
Or Mahdi.
Or Mahdi, yeah.
Yeah, something to deal with it.
Or all 3 of those or something. I mean...
Or a way to move tokens off.
Yeah. So, be interesting to see what Jerry can actually try to come up with here. There's 4. And there is one of the Iggies. Which one is that? Is that C?
I see 2 guns, so it's not B.
Yeah, I think it might be C.
Might?
I think it's C.
I think it is.
Yeah. So that's one that after an enemy card effect that targeted that unit resolves, or after 1 or more focus tokens are placed on it by enemy combat icons, he can capture an exhausted enemy unit. And I think he just got illegally modified there.
No, it's only the combat icons that... Is it any combat icon?
Yeah, it says 1 or more tokens are placed on it by enemy combat icons. So that could be guns or tactics.
Yeah, basically if you don't one-shot him, he captures.
Right. Or if you just target him with a card effect.
Mm-hmm.
And he's swinging with them. Wow.
Well, if you have a heat, you could kill him with Yoda.
Well, I have 4... Yeah, that's true. I need a heat. I don't think there's a heat in this deck. I'm probably just going to let him blow up Gamma and not worry about it.
Well... Now, is that Iggy elite?
I don't think so. It seems like, yeah, he's not elite.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You get one shot with him, and then he's going to be focused for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so let's see what he...
Is it tricks and
Tricks and
nonsense?
nonsense. So he took a damage off Heart of Cold. He's going to blow up Gammer. That'll go to 5. I don't know if he's got some other trick here.
Well, he's got no resources and no blockers.
Yeah. He's living dangerously.
You got a fair amount of damage over there. You might
Yep.
need another objective there before you draw up.
Yeah, I didn't refresh yet, so maybe he's still thinking of doing something on his turn.
I thought you drew cards. Maybe not.
No. I'm refreshing now. I'll have 5 resources to play with.
Another Gammer.
No, may the force be with you.
That just means now that Obi can attack.
Yep. Well, I did get the damage back on there for having balance. I did one to Heart of Cold. There's a nudge. That'll go to 4.
You're actually not far from being able to take all 3 objectives.
Yeah.
If you,
There's
now
Falcon.
you're really close. Falcon can take the top. Yoda can take the middle.
Yeah.
And then you would need the hired hands plus 2 more blast from what Falcon bounces in. And we know you already have Obi in your hand, but if you've got a 2 blast unit in there, that would be enough. Or a target.
No, it's got a shield on it. I need 1 more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 1 more than that. Well, either way, you're going to... If you drop Obi, you're going to put 5 focus tokens on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you send the nudge?
I don't know. Makes me think I've got a plan here, dear. Huh. Looks like I'm trying to figure out what to attack with here.
I'm sending the Falcon to the top and eliminating that one.
Yeah. That looks like I'm sending 5 in, which either is overkill or won't kill anything.
One, two, three. Well, it depends if you have a target. Or
Oh yeah, sure. Maybe I have a target or something.
If you have a target, you could get the bottom objective with it.
So it looks like I'm sending Falcon and the 2 hired hands in after Rogue Archaeology. It's going to put some focus tokens out. So I'll do 2. He'll shield 1. Do 1 and focus Afra probably, I would guess. And probably focus the droid, one of the droids. And then unopposed puts it at 4. I didn't have a target. What am I doing? Just trying to get it close. Clearly, I'm not worried about Imperial Fist. Okay. I'm sending the nudge in after Vader's army and putting a 4
Apparently,
damage.
you don't want to pop any objectives.
And I just put in the guy, the Wolfman guy from Bait and Switch. What is his name? Savrak. Whose is while he's attacking, it gains interrupt when you would deal for the damage for the unopposed bonus. Instead, deal that amount of damage to each enemy objective.
Okay, that makes sense.
So now I'm going to do Yoda and
him.
him.
And takes out all 3.
And it takes out all 3.
Cute.
That was cute. Okay. I was looking like I made a big mistake there, but I should have realized I must have had a reason to do that. I forgot that's what Loxavok does. That's pretty good. I didn't even end up playing Obi.
You held them in your hand the whole damn game.
Had them for edge in case I needed them. So,
Yeah.
like Jerry's reading the card. What's that do? So, um, so that deck worked pretty well that Royal Aegis suggested there. That's probably why he got to the finals of the online tourney, or in the winner's bracket at least, where Karamote knocked him out. And I think I want to make Afra work like we said, but I just feel like she just doesn't. There's something missing with her. Just with this droid stuff and her, it's almost like you're better off just not using her. But so what do you got? Any thoughts about those decks in that game there before we wrap it up there?
Yeah, I tried a few of the different droid decks. I find it's better to just kind of stay focused, on the droids versus the guys like that do the little tricks to bring them in or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm trying to remember what I built one because I was using like Iggy, B, C, and D, and then Guri, and I can't remember what my last two were, but I think I wasn't even using any Sith. It was just straight Scum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Deck. I think the last two pods I put didn't have droids just because there was a shortage of resources, so I went for something that had resources in it.
Gotcha.
So it was like Zuckuss and Forlom, I think, because that had it.
Yeah. Well, Forlom's a droid.
Yeah, I know. That was my thinking.
Yeah.
Other than that, I might have used like Boba Fett because he also has a resource and is a heavy hitter, and I think you can throw his flamethrower on droids too.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been wanting to make the droids just seem Iggy is the one you want to use, but it's how many of which ones, and then it's hard to pair them with the Sith stuff just because you have to leave things out. You can't use Iggy C at all unless you want to run only a couple Scum because then you run the risk of being resource locked.
Right, which is, Jerry managed to avoid that, but he certainly could have gotten stuck that way.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I kind of liked playing the deck Roy Aegis suggested there. Certainly it's got cards I'm familiar with, and it was kind of easy to use the newer ones. Especially that Loxer Vok one. That was pretty cool. Like, why was I leaving those damage there? But that makes sense then. So I had to kind of math it out right to make sure it would work to hit all three objectives at once.
Yeah.
And blow them up. So that seems like that could be really good if you pair it with the mission in Rebel Han set. The shield generator assault one. Can't think of what it's called right now, ground support or whatever. Because that when you blow that up, it does an extra damage too. So, like if you could get him going in at that, getting that unopposed, when that blows up in his thing, you'll do 2 damage to each of the other objectives.
Yeah, well, you can always, if you're just talking objective damage, you can use Rebel Assault, you can use Skyhopper.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways
there's probably something there to like mess around with.
There's a lot of ways to cheat damage onto objectives now.
Or even the original Home 1.
Oh boy.
Yeah, going way back there. But yeah, there's definitely things you can do. Alright, well, thanks Mutter Vader and Royal Aegis for suggesting the decks that Jerry and I just tried out there on the thread on Card Game DB. So hopefully we did them justice. And thanks as always for joining me for commentary, Derek. Appreciate it.
Yep, anytime.